Hello and welcome to Chivalry. It's a medieval first-person shooter, and it's probably one of the most unique games I've ever played, in the sense that you've obviously got games like Call of Duty, you've got Battlefield 3, but nothing really like this. Okay, there is War of the Roses, but they were pretty much released at around about the same time. But in terms of medieval FPSs, there's only a few that have just really popped up here, and I will admit at the moment I am playing a training game here just because it's easier to kind of record and stuff. It doesn't take long to get into a server, and I opted to have 64 bots just to have a bit more interesting gameplay. So you can see already there's pretty much a bloodbath down here with multiple dead allies and enemies, but at the moment you can probably see I'm playing an archer. I'm only really playing an archer for a bit of fun, really, because I am rubbish at archers. I just wanted to kind of see how I do. Did just kill someone there then. I think that's a knight actually, so they're pretty heavily armoured. I will go through a run through of the classes and maybe even try and play as many of them as I can, because this is just a training game. I can play this for as long as I want. Let's just try and kill that crossbow guy down there. I think we missed then. What's quite interesting about the archer is there are multiple arrows you can use. Well, there's only actually two, but there's the Bodkin arrow, which are the ones I'm using, which mainly focus on armor piercing. So if you've got a heavily armored knight, this is the arrow to use because it goes through their armor and such. I think I just got a headshot then actually, but someone is trying to kill me. I think we just killed him. Just finish him off. Oh, there seems to be quite a lot there. I'm not sure how long we're going to hold up against this, actually. Did just get another one with my dagger, though, so that's not too bad, considering this dagger does next to no damage whatsoever, but hopefully we can get back out there with the arrow, because obviously the problem with being an archer is that as soon as your first wave of defense has been destroyed and you've got knights charging at you, you're pretty much dead because you've only got a little dagger to protect you. Oh, there is someone down there. I think he's got fire arrows as well. I think that's another thing you can probably get once you get a little better at the game. Pretty much getting destroyed here. I didn't explain the other arrow type. It's also the broadhead arrow, which is designed primarily to cause damage, but that's only really useful against light enemies that don't have much armor. It's kind of like World of Tanks. You've got high explosives and armor piercing, so the Bodkin's kind of armor piercing does maximum penetration, but the broadhead does the maximum damage. I can't even see who's who now because it's so dark due to my blood loss. Let's call it blood loss. Oh, he's going to be coming to me now, isn't he? And that finished him off. Be careful not to shoot any teammates. And we've got 10 arrows left, and I don't think you can reclaim them actually. But yeah, I think the reason they've done most of this is they have done a very good job of balancing out the game, because you've obviously got knights, haven't you, that are very heavily armoured, but they have managed to balance it out, because it's a bit like TF2 actually, but like a medieval styled version of it, because you've got the heavy, which I suppose could be related to the knight. They have very good health and armour, but their speed is very slow. Then you've got the archer, which is very lightly armoured and pretty fast, just to kind of balance it out. It does work quite well actually. I did say I was going to play another class in a second, but we haven't actually died as of yet. You can kind of see the AI is getting a bit glitchy here, where you've got 64 players on each team. They're all trying to get through the door, and I'm pretty much just killing them there because they're a bit stuck. You can see this dagger is incredibly fast though. I'm going to try and get myself killed actually, because that probably went well. There we go. So the next one, let's have a go at the man-at-arms. This is relatively good. I'm not really sure what to pick right now, but I think I'll go with the broadsword and we'll take the dagger back up and possibly use a buckler just for some extra defensive purposes. So we'll spawn in a second. Let's just have a quick look around. We're doing pretty well, I think. I've got 6 kills, 1 death. Isn't great, but isn't too bad. But these are bots, of course. So let's have a go at the man-at-arms. This is probably the typical soldier that you would have seen in medieval times. They would have been pretty lightly armoured. They would have had a stock shield, a stock sword, pretty much. The knights, of course, if you know a lot about history, would have been the ones that had most of the good weaponry and armour. Can you get out of the way, please, guys? Don't know why I'm talking to them. They're not real people. So yeah, the knights would have been the heavily armoured people, pretty much the noble people of the group. Oh, that was nasty. That did actually kill me in 1 hit there. I wasn't expecting that, but as I said, don't have much on there. In fact, I think we've just got a bit of flimsy leather actually, but nonetheless, I will have another go at playing this guy, just so we can get a bit of a feel for the character. Next is the Vanguard, which is probably one of my favourite classes actually, so they're moderately armoured and they're moderately speeded, if that kind of makes sense. But we did kill some of them, apparently, according to that. Just gank this knight there. I did get through them, but let's move on to the Vanguard. I'm trying to move through them relatively quickly. I'm going to use the sword this time. Great sword. I usually use the fork and stuff, but it's probably not a particularly interesting weapon of choice. I'm not a farmer, of course, but I do like the fork because of its reach and stuff. It doesn't do much damage, but you can hit people from quite far away, which is always good if you're going up against knights and such. But again, this sword isn't bad. It does quite a lot of damage. Quite slow though, unfortunately. And also, obviously, use your fists if you really want to. And surprisingly, they do a lot of damage, which is what I found out. I was like once a fully armoured knight, and pretty much an archer punched me a couple of times and I died. And I was kind of thinking, well, surely it would hurt the archer more than it would hurt me. But obviously not. But they've got to balance it out, I suppose. I think we just got a double kill then. Actually just killed 2 knights. Right, let's see what we can do here. We've got a crossbow guy there. Unfortunately, they got in the way then, but that would have been quite a nice kill actually. Got them dead. Killed them. Them dead. That sounds a bit weird. Doesn't look like I'm going to have much time to do knights, so I won't, because I think my points are back right now. So thanks for watching my quick video on Chivalry, guys. Hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. See you next time, guys.